Why are you guys so sad?
The campground internet is horrible.
Well, we have something in this bag for you to try out. This is going to be the solution to all those problems.
What is this?
I'll show you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do an unboxing of the actual mobile router. It is an LTE. Netgear makes it. It's the Nighthawk M1. So with this particular router, you can actually purchase this yourself through a local electronics company, or you can actually go with their particular unit. We went with their unit because I actually was able to get $10 off using a code that one of their salespeople popped up and said, hey, use this code at checkout. So with that discount, it was actually cheaper for me to go with theirs. So one of the things with this program is it is through Nomad Internet. With this program, you pay a $349 fee, and that's your membership fee. And what that does, it gives you this unit. The biggest thing with ordering this product through their company is that I personally do not own this product. It is owned by Nomad Internet. The benefit for us is that if we don't like the service, if it's not as it's advertised, or we're in areas that we need the internet and the coverage doesn't happen, I can take this and send it back to them, and it automatically cancels our service with them. There's no contract with this program, which is the best part about it. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox it here to show you what's inside. So here's the unit. It is a mobile router, so I can take this in my house. If I had a house, I could take this into the rig. I could have it outside. I could have it by the swimming pool when we're at a campground. I could have it on the beach when we are at the beach boondocking. All you need to do is have it charged, and you could take it anywhere. So it's super beneficial in that sense that it is completely mobile versus having a router that's mounted inside your rig. So the one thing I'm going to do is flip this over. You're going to see that it has a SIM card. So whether you use theirs or you get your own, you'll get a SIM card for it, and depending upon the plan that you pick is which service they're going to supply you with. Going back into the box again, next level down is going to just be your backing plate. This gives you for the back when you put your battery on. Then we're going to go in a little deeper, and you have yourself your owner's manual, Nighthawk owner's manual. They're also going to supply you with a wall charger, as well as your charging cord with the USB and the Type-C charging connector. And then it has a lithium-ion battery that goes in the back. Okay, and I do believe that's it. The service is through Nomad Internet. I'll have a link in the description of this video below that will give you a link to their webpage that you can go to get the service for savings. We have an affiliate program with them, and we have it worked out that you have if you use the code, you'll get $25 off your first month's service if you use that code. So I strongly recommend using the code to save yourself some money, and also it will help us out in the long run too. So we thank you for doing that. Once again, the link is in the description below. So this is the instructions. It shows you very simple. I'll skim through it real quick for you. Step 1, remove your modem from the box, and then connect the wall charger to it and connect it to your wall. Then what you're going to do is you use the SSID code and password that is located on, usually if it's not the mobile, it'll have a picture like this, a label like this. It shows you the numbers. I'm not going to show you because that's my codes, and you're gonna need them in the next few steps. But then when you connect, all you're going to do is connect your devices to it, and you'll be able to start using your Wi-Fi. Now they do recommend on here that you let the router sit for 1 to 2 hours so that it can link up with all the bands in the area. So you do want to try to let it sit for an hour or two so that it can completely link for you. And one nice thing about this Nighthawk router is that it has a digital display on here when it's powered up. What it's going to show you is how many bars you have, whether you're on LTE or not. It's going to have your operator name. It's going to show you how many devices are connected to this router. Then it's also going to show you how many gigabytes you have used. Also how many days are left on your monthly plan. There's a battery bar here that lights up on the side, and then also a connection bar too, so you can move it around to get better connection. I'm going to show you your frequencies. So our next step is going to be that we plug it in. Alright, so here you can see I got it connected to our power. I'm going to let it sit for an hour and make sure it connects everything it needs to. But you can see right now we have 0 devices on there, and it shows your power over to the side, how much battery life is there, and we'll be able to get it all set up. Now, one thing you can see that this is actually, it's set up through AT&T. That's the service that we decided to go with was the Very Blue plan. Very Blue plan for us is going to have the best coverage for the locations that we're going to be in. And the cool thing about this is I don't have a contract through AT&T. Nomad Internet actually is the one that carries the contract. Now listen to the bestest part. The super bestest, most bestest part of all this bestest parts that are in this whole setup is that we don't get throttled. That's right, we don't get throttled. We can use as many megabytes, gigabytes, trigilobytes, and any kind of byte that they have. And I don't get throttled one bit, which is very important for us with having the YouTube channel. And then we also stream with our Roku TV and Netflix and Vudu and Hulu and all the other programs that are out there. So we use a lot of data. This contract that they have with AT&T will not drop and make it where I get throttled after 20 megabytes or 20 gigabytes of service. So that is the hugest benefit, most bestest benefit of this program. Well, you can have this same thing through your own contract with AT&T or T-Mobile or Sprint or whoever you're with, but they throttle you after a certain amount of gigabyte use. I am never going to be throttled on this. If you do want more information on it, I have the link below. It's going to help you out by giving you $25 off your first month's service, and it'll also help us out too in our program with Nomad Internet. Now on the bottom of the actual router, there's an Ethernet connection so that you can actually hardwire it, and then there's also a USB. Now you can, with this setup, you can actually get yourself a Yagi antenna, an external antenna for your rig, so that you can even amplify your frequencies even more, so that you can get even more internet. Right now where I'm standing, at this point, now it hasn't done all its booting into the system, but right now at this point with what is programmed in there, I'm showing 2 bars of LTE standing in this doorway. At this campground on my cell phone, I got 1 bar that I can barely make phone calls on. So right now I can actually use this and start getting Wi-Fi connection standing here at 2 bars versus my phone I cannot use to get the reception. The great part about having that little bar on there where I can see how many bars and the frequencies I'm getting is that I can move this around my rig. If I'm going to be inside, I can move it around my rig and get the best reception so that we have the best Wi-Fi. What we're going to do is we're going to check back in an hour and after everything's set up here, and I'm actually going to connect to my laptop and run a test and see how much Wi-Fi I'm actually getting. OMG. So I'm about a half hour into it being on. We've picked up 1 more bar. I'm running LTE speeds. So we're gonna have about another half hour of it setting up. So we'll see if we increase bars at where we're at. But you can actually see I'm hitting 3 megabytes per second. 20. It's bouncing around as I'm streaming. Right now I'm streaming a video on my laptop. No glitching whatsoever, but I've been hitting around. I was up to 3 megabytes per second right there, 3.6 megabytes per second if you watch it on receiving as we're streaming a video. There's 5 megabytes per second. So I have yet, in the 3 months of using the camping services, paying the extra money for the camping internet Wi-Fi, I was paying for the upgrade, which gives me up to 10 megabytes per second. I was barely getting to 1 megabyte per second with that on a good day. At this point, I'm sold on it already. My cell phone, I'm actually hooked up to it on the Wi-Fi, and I'm actually getting 5G Wi-Fi on my cell phone. Alright guys, it's been an hour and we've been streaming this video. Now I have it up on I'm just projected on the TV here. But I've been hovering, seeing 3.4 megabytes per second and anywhere in between while this is streaming. So I'm getting a lot better service, Wi-Fi service, than I was on the campground service here. So definitely satisfied with it. We would strongly recommend it. So in the description below of this video, I have a link to Nomad Internet that you can use to get $25 off your first month's service. So please use that link when you do purchase your internet service through them, as it will not only give you that discount, but it will also help us out with the program. If you guys like to see more videos, up here and here will be links to more of our videos for you to check out. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. Thanks for watching, and get clicking on that link and get yourself some internet service. Don't forget to use that code.
Yeah.
What? Nope.